For all the latest updates, subscribe to News9.
Hello and welcome to News9 Digital with me, Adarsh Vepachedu. Is the airborne transmission of the novel coronavirus possible? This probably is the biggest question of the week. Evidence pointing towards the possibility of infection via floating virus particles has been placed before the World Health Organization by scientists from across the world. And in the latest, the WHO has also revised its guidelines. So what should we do if coronavirus is airborne? What does this mean? And how can we better protect ourselves? And could it impact the guidelines that we are following right now? In this News9 Explainer, I will be telling you all you need to know about the airborne transmission of coronavirus. So what is this airborne coronavirus first up? Essentially, it spreads through aerosols. Aerosols are nothing but suspension of fine solid particles or liquid droplets in either air or gas. Now, when it comes to aerosols, the large particles drop to the floor almost immediately and at a lesser distance, while the smaller particles could remain in air for hours, and they also have the capacity to travel further distances. So how far can aerosols travel? That's the next obvious question that arises. During a usual exhalation or breathing in and breathing out, you are in fact pushing the aerosols to as much as 1.5 meters distance. A cough can make the aerosols travel up to 2 meters, while a sneeze, aerosols can travel up to 8 meters distance. Is there really the transmission of coronavirus happening through airborne means? In the sense that is airborne transmission of coronavirus happening at this point in time? In fact, in an open letter to the World Health Organization, which has been published in the Clinical Infectious Diseases Journal, 239 scientists in 32 countries outlined evidence that they claim shows floating virus particles can infect people who breathe them in. Now, the scientists have also urged the WHO to update its COVID-19 guidance because the smaller particles can linger in the air for a longer duration. And subsequently, the World Health Organization also released a couple of fresh guidelines. In fact, they acknowledged the reports of the outbreak at indoor crowded spaces, suggesting the possibility of aerosol transmission, such as in restaurants or in fitness classes. But nonetheless, the WHO stopped short of confirming that the virus does indeed spread through the air, while also calling for more research on this very subject. Now, the new guidelines do, however, suggest people should avoid crowds and ensure good ventilation in buildings, in addition to social distancing and wearing of masks when physical distancing is not really possible. Now, the World Health Organization has also reaffirmed that the coronavirus that causes COVID-19 spreads through contact with contaminated surfaces or close contact with infected people who spread the virus through saliva, respiratory secretions, or even droplets released when an infected person coughs, sneezes, speaks, or maybe even sings. This apart, the agency has also asserted that infected people can transmit the virus both when they have symptoms and even when they don't have symptoms. So even asymptomatic people are capable of spreading the virus. That's what the WHO has said. Now, on the other hand, what does India's health ministry say? Well, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare did not really confirm whether airborne transmission of the coronavirus is true in India. However, the ministry has noted that this is an evolving situation and the government is keeping in touch, is keeping abreast with information coming in from the World Health Organization. So when it comes to you and I, how do we minimize the risk? Wear a mask, open windows and doors in closed spaces, as much as possible limit indoor interactions with people outside your family. That apart, avoid places with stagnant air, for example, public bathrooms or even enclosed shops. And one of the most important things that you must do is practice social distancing, and that apart, wash your hands very frequently. So another question that comes to mind is, how could the possible airborne transmission of coronavirus change the guidelines not just in India but across the world? Well, you could see a few changes happening in closed spaces. For example, you may see a sudden amount of ventilation. You may have windows and doors that may be left open. And obviously, when it comes to indoor areas, you will have stricter rules that may have to be followed. For example, in restaurants, shops, malls, offices, in all these spaces that are almost enclosed, you will also have doors and windows that will be left open, and you will also have measures such as limited number of people that will be allowed into all of these spaces. Now again, restaurants, shops, malls and offices are enclosed spaces, and virus can linger, it can stay in these spaces for a longer duration. So a lot has to be done by the establishment owners themselves to ensure that the virus does not stay in that space for a longer period. Now even when it comes to travel, trains, buses and aircraft are more or less enclosed spaces, and virus can survive, it can stay in these enclosed spaces for a longer duration. So it remains to be seen as to how will the authorities look into this, and whether we will see some sweeping changes in the months to come. If you've liked this video and the information that I've shared with you, make sure you drop in your comments. Do let us know what you feel about the airborne transmission of coronavirus, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to News9 on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. This is Adarsh Vepachedu signing off.